Hello and welcome to a new video on twin flames. That was really funny what just happened until a second ago, until I pressed the button. I didn't know what language I was going to speak. I was like, should I do French or German first? I was like, okay, let's do English. That's really spontaneous. Okay, so twin flames, that's what you want to know about, right? And you clicked on the video because you were like, oh, she's going to talk about what I feel, because I do feel like I'm too old for this. Or maybe you're part of those who think I'm too young for this, right? So I'm addressing both, and you came to the right video. So I'm going to break it down for you, right? How I like to do it. I like to do things rationally, right? And look, okay, so there's a fear in you that you might be too old, right? Let's assume, in the sense of you're like, I'm already, I don't even know, 60, right? I'm 60 years old and here I am. I have to do my hair. I'm not 60 years old. I have to do my hair. I'm 60 years old and now all of a sudden I met this guy and this guy is freaking me out and I don't know what to do. Sorry for the hair, but it's annoying me because I'm seeing them stick out like that and they shouldn't stick out because they didn't stick out before. Why do they stick out now? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's just something that can happen apparently. Look, I'm trying not to look at it. So all of a sudden you're like, I met this guy, I'm questioning my marriage, or I'm single, but I only have 20 years left to live, so I don't want to spend them on like chasing some random guy, not random, he's my twin flame, but still chasing someone who obviously doesn't want to be with me. So my time is running out, right? My time is running out. I don't want to do this. I want something easy. I want something that works like overnight. I don't want this. And I'm wasting my time because, as I said, I'm gonna die soon, basically, right? This is the too old mindset of, oh, my time is running out. And I can assure you, I see this mindset in no matter how old the person is. I see it in people who are 20 years old. I see it in people who are 30 years old, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, whatever. It goes on, 85, right? Everyone thinks, oh my gosh, my time is limited. I'm wasting my time, wasting my life. This isn't going anywhere. I'm suffering. I want something easy to enjoy these few years that I still have to live. And why am I even doing this? Yet I can't stop doing it. I can't stop thinking of him or her. So obviously there's a big dilemma going on here, right? So I get you. And if I tell you that everyone I speak to sort of has the same fear of being too old for this, or sort of, I mean, the too young is the other thing, right? Like, shouldn't I enjoy my life? Shouldn't I go out and party and be playful and happy and light and just not care about tomorrow and just hook up with someone? Like, aren't I supposed to be doing that? I'm only 20 years old. I'm only 18. I'm only, I don't even know, 28. I'm still young. Why should I be wanting this one guy only or this one girl only, right? And no one is forcing you to do that. You can, of course, choose to go off and have fun if you feel you're too young. But let's look at this, from a more rational and a holistic point of view than just age. And you have this and that many years. And society is telling you that in your 20s, you should be partying. In your 30s, you should, at the latest, if you have missed the 20s train on settling down, you should at least catch the 30s train on settling down, having kids and all that. And in your 40s, we're not even talking about that, then you're way too late. But if you really need to, you can still, settle down with someone. And in your 50s, you're probably already divorced and you had all that, or you're like really missed all the trains. So that's what society tells you, right? And you grew up in this society. I'm sorry to tell you. You probably knew, but I'm just like reaffirming. You grew up in this society. And as a growing up person in this society, you were a little sponge. You came to Earth as a little sponge. You became a bigger sponge as time went on, but you're still a sponge. So you soaked up everything that society was telling you. And of course, it's not society, this big monster that has a mouth and goes, you have to settle down in your 30s. it's not how it goes, but at the same time, it is sort of how it goes, right? There is that unwritten law of like, that's when you do, like, this is what, when you do what, basically, right? If you don't do that, you're a weirdo, you're a loser, you're falling out of like the normal stream of life. You're strange, right? So yeah, that's that. So that's in you. You're still that sponge that has in every cell of your body, you have this dictate from society what you're supposed to be doing. And no wonder you sort of freak out then when you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in my 50s and I still haven't settled down. I still haven't found the right guy, or I had him and now I'm divorcing. You're freaking out because you're like, I'm like losing my structure, my societal structure of when I'm supposed to be doing what, right? You're losing your mind because you feel you're losing your anchorage, how do you use anchorage? Is that the capital of Alaska? But it's maybe it's not a word. My English is still improving. But you're losing your roots, sort of, right? Because you believed in one thing and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, now, am I lost now? So, as a sponge, coming onto the twin flame journey, we're gonna unsponge you. Like, we're gonna wring the water out of you that you soaked up, and we're gonna no, that water is no longer needed. There's a new truth, like actually the truth coming in, and that has very little to do with what you soaked up all your life and what you were programmed to think all your life. It's actually something else. It's actually, there's a reality or a truth that has always existed, but you hadn't seen it before. It's not that it wasn't there. It was always there, but only now you're becoming aware that it was there and that it's real and that it's true. You know, the oneness of twin flames is true. Even when you were 3 years old, it was true. Even 2 million years ago, it was true, but we didn't have the awareness to it, right? So now that you're reprogramming your mind to the truth, that twin flames are true, and the truth, now you realize, okay, there's a spiritual path to be taken here. So everything changes, right? That becomes the priority. That becomes the goal. Like, that becomes the path that you're passionate about, and no longer about the path, oh, am I 30, do I have to settle down, all that. You sort of forget about that and you focus on this path, which is like, okay, twin flames are one and they can be together when they fully heal all their wounds and upsets and ego patterns, let's say, right? So you become aware of that. So it has nothing to do with age, and we can look at it rationally and be, okay, what would you rather be doing now that you became aware that this is actually what it's about, and it feels so good to know it's about this, and it wasn't about what you thought for 50 years, that it's about settling down with someone and making a career. It's not about that, it's about you finding yourself. So that truth, isn't that so passionate of a truth that you'd rather like drop everything for that truth to pursue that? Or would it be an option to go back to the old? You probably tried that to go back to the old way of thinking and seeing things, and it probably didn't work, right? So it is about an inner growth process, an inner owning of the truth and living the truth, first inside and then outside. So there's really no age tag attached to this, you know, because it's really like, it's done in time, in the sense of you have a certain age, a certain number since when you are on earth, but the spiritual growth inside has nothing to do with that age, right? So you sort of can let that go. I now give you permission to let that go once and for all. The whole age question, let's say, to wonder if you're too old or if you're too young, and to just go, wow, I came upon this diamond here, and all I care about now is this diamond. And by the way, I'm not talking about your twin flame. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you and your awareness about yourself, about God, about the world, about the universe, about your soul, about, you know, spiritual stuff, right? I'm talking about that. That's the diamond you just found. So do you want to sit on it and question it for much longer and be, am I too young, too old? Am I supposed to be doing this? Why is this so hard, please? Why is this hard? I want something easy. Well, no, you didn't want something easy. You had easy many times before, and it was never easy. It was always hard because it wasn't right. It was easy. You got to be with someone. You married someone. Okay, you sat on the sofa with him. Yes, you watched TV. Yes, that was easy. But did it feel easy or did it feel heavy? Did it feel light or heavy? So it wasn't real. It wasn't what you really wanted. So it didn't last for long. Even if the TV moment lasted for an hour or two, that was nice. But then something else kicked in, which was like, I don't know, but something is missing, you know? And now you have that missing piece. You have the diamond that you were missing. You have it. It's at your feet. So it's on you to be happy with it and not moan about the age. You know what I mean? Yes, you do. I took notes, and I'm not talking about what I have on my nose. Let me just peek at them real quick. Yeah, I am sort of talking about it. What is important is that you have alternatives, but you don't. You've tried the alternatives, which is to drop this, to be, I'm 60 years old, I need to settle down now with someone because someone outside of me is my source. And if I have like some person sitting next to me eating popcorn, I feel better, I feel less alone, I feel I fit in better in society, so I'm happy with that. Except that you know that you're not happy with that because that's not what fulfills you. It looks from the outside like you were successful in finding someone even though you're 60 years old, right? But not really. It's just a hoax. It's just a hoax. You know it. Maybe everyone else sees it too. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. But you inside of yourself, you know it. So the alternative isn't really an alternative. It's not really something you want to be doing, right? So you're back to, okay, then I'm with the diamond. I sort of have it, sort of have it not, but why the diamond, you know? I feel like the diamond is so heavy. It's like, well, stop moaning that you found a diamond. I'm here to tell it to you straightforwardly, right? As always. So, yeah. So time isn't real, age isn't real. This is a journey that you will be doing at one point anyways. If you're not choosing to do it in this lifetime, you'll be doing it in the next or in the one after, right? So why not choose it now? That God has prepared the path for you. That, sorry if I talk about the God, it's just, it came really natural to me. We can leave out God, we can use other words, but you know, yeah, whatever. Like, not the church God, it's not that. It has nothing to do with that. Let's talk about love. God is love, right? So love, put that diamond in your garden. So own it. Let it be yours. Put your name on it. It already has your name on it. But be happy that it dropped there, that it's there. And don't be concerned how old you are because it's just a number. It's not a spiritual truth. In spiritual truth, you don't have a number. You just have a degree of awareness and a degree of maturity, right? And that maturity will allow you to claim your harmonious union or not. Or you need some more go roundabouts, whatever it is. Not roundabout. A roundabout is something else. Merry-go-rounds. La 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 la, I don't want this, I don't want this. Oh, the diamond is over there. I don't know yet. Maybe one day, but not now, not now. I'm so old. Oh, and now I'm even older. Right? So why waste all that time? Why not start right now? Okay, I said it all. 14, that's my number. Okay, guys, reach out if you're like, yes, I want my diamond. Yes, I'm done with the excuses. Yes, Yvonne, let's do it. Reach out. Let's do this. Otherwise, have fun on the merry-go-round. Maybe you'll come around in a few years or months to my videos, and I'm still here. So sending you lots of love. Leave me comments, likes, subscribe, all that. Mwah. Bye, guys.